Hello, and welcome back to the Little Pink Casa. I'm Rosenda, and today it's officially the first week of October. It's finally beginning to feel like fall here in Arizona. Cooler mornings and shorter days. Today I'm going to show you what fall looks like in my home right now. I've been redecorating for the season and enjoying the change this season brings. First fall candle is lit. Fall feels surround me this day. Pulling off old books from my shelf and being reacquainted with great art and poetry, and all of this after a long day of housework, laundry, and motherhood. I sit to listen. I hear the thunder. I sense the calming of fall rain coming, a sign that the season is changing. Fall is here to stay. I sit and I listen. One of the things that I'm doing this fall is getting reacquainted with old books. Anna Green Gables is one of my favorite, and so I decided to do a study this month with my daughter on Lucy Maud Montgomery. I have a book that talks about her autobiography, and then I also have the Anna Green Gables. I thought it would be fun to go ahead and read this book through this month with my daughter and relic through it all because it's such a great story. The illustrations in this book are beautiful. It's a classic. I love the time period, everything about it. So I think I will check the movie out from the library too, the ones from the 1980s and early 90s, and watch the movies with my daughter after we read the book. I talked about in my Instagram stories how I get a lot of my fall wardrobe inspiration from watching that movie. This month, I'm also listening to classical music in the morning. One of my favorite YouTube channels that offer free music is Holodon Music, and they have great classical playlists. My favorite right now is their autumn one. I'm also going to be listening to more of Franz Schubert's music. If you watch Jennifer L. Scott's channel, The Daily Connoisseur, her chic assignment for October is to listen to some of his pieces, which I'm really enjoying already at the moment. Moving on to my living room, I've decided to change my curtains out this season. I had white curtains before, but I wanted to bring back the colors of mauve and burgundy and pink into my living room again. I'm going back to my roots because when I first got married, I totally loved those colors. And now I'm back again. I'm trying to put more Victorian flair in my home with a little vintage modern twist. I love the Victorian period and French and Spanish, so I kind of mix it all up. And I kind of feel this looks more like a setting in a Sherlock Holmes movie, though. But I think the color, the pink, the burgundies, kind of add the femininity and help contrast the dark furniture. I also added some pink mauve pillows to my sofa. They are so soft. It kind of makes it cozy along with my very old red leaf rust pillows, and then I added some white to contrast. I think it looks real pretty. Moving on to my kitchen. I needed to decorate my table for fall, and one thing I lacked were placemats. So I needed to go buy some, and I decided to go look at different places. And the one place I found them at was at Kohl's. That is actually the color that I was looking for. I wanted a pretty pumpkin cinnamon color to go with the rest of my decor that I had already for my table. And those are the ones I bought, as you can see. And I think they look so pretty. I was trying to match them because I have this beautiful centerpiece that my grandma gave me before she passed away, and then I also set it with dishes that my grandmother had given me. And so a lot of this on the table is actually passed down from my grandmother. I love these dishes. They are so special to me. They are from the Forget-Me-Not collection, which makes so much sense because I will never forget my grandma. And if you know anything about my channel and my blog, It's all started because of my grandma, and that's what the little pink casa is. And if you don't know that, I'll link the trailer so you can know what I'm talking about. But these are English china dishes, and some of them do have a few chips, but I thought they looked beautiful with this setting. Every year I use the glass basket centerpiece along with the matching candlesticks for my fall decor. And then in the middle of the basket, I just added a pumpkin, some pine cones, and potpourri, along with the lace overlay that's underneath. I will be adding some more details to my table, like napkins and so on, but I'm going to do that for Thanksgiving. For now, I think it's going to be simple. I also have a scarf that I used as a little throw over my bench for the table, and I think that looks really pretty. You can't even tell it's a scarf. And then it's my old bench from my old table that I sold, but I think overall it looks really pretty. It all matches, so kind of has that French country theme going on. And there's my baker's rack. I like to add a lot of different teapots and my candles, and I have pumpkin and leaf plates, and I actually found a plate at the Goodwill a couple weeks ago, which is that plate you're looking at right there. And then I also add dried flowers. Those are my lavender from summer. And there's the plate I got at Goodwill. Yes, it's another English china. And I just want to be able to add some dry flowers to like sachets. And I was thinking of making a video about how to make little potpourri sachets. So if that sounds something like you want to see, maybe comment or let me know. Because I really love making just feminine, pretty Victorian crafts. Also on my shelf montage that I actually showed on Instagram, I finally finished it. Those of you know that I had not completed it. I kind of showed it semi-done, and this is what it finally turned out to be. I added some dried flowers and a little Victorian picture. This corner, I call it my French corner. I have a pretty little Victorian card that Ruben had given me when we got married, and then pot holders from my aunt and dried roses. One thing about me is that I love candles, and for my birthday in August, my mom had given me a candle from Bath and Body Works, and it's the Harvest Gathering one. And I, of course, that's the one I've been lighting. But I needed to go back to the store and actually find the hand wash in that fragrance because I really loved it so much. So I actually found the Harvest Gathering hand wash, and I bought two of them, one for my guest bathroom and one for my kitchen. I'm really enjoying that scent. It has like an apple cinnamon fragrance to it, and of course I've lit that candle. That's the only one I've been lighting so far. And I actually went to Kohl's, and when I went to Kohl's for the placemats, I looked at candles and I found this bourbon pumpkin candle because I also like to have one that smells like baked goods, but I don't like to light that one until it gets closer to like November. So that one I'll be using a little bit later. And then I went to Kirkland's. If you follow my Instagram stories, you saw me show you everything that was in this store. Basically, I went on the day that everything was 30% off, and I remembered that I love their air fresheners and their fragrance sachet, so I came just for that and found the one I was looking for, which was pear spice. It was not the pumpkin one. I actually found these pear spice ones in the middle of the store, and you know when you walk into Kirkland's it smells so good. This pear spice is actually like the smell of the store, so it's a great fragrance. But I love it. It's like an apple cinnamon, and I bought one for my car and I bought the other one for my guest bathroom to put in a basket on my sink, and then I bought the Harvest Festival air freshener for my master bathroom. Some other things that I purchased for my home that I usually purchase every year. I like to add my different fall decor napkins. I like to buy these small little napkins and keep a couple on my table for guests. And those were really cute. I found those for 50 cents each actually at the discount grocery store I go to, along with this pumpkin bread mix. I love to bake during the fall, and Hadara and my daughter and I love to do that. So I think this will be good to make together. And then I found my favorite candy, which are candy corn, and if any of you love those, um, I asked on my stories on Instagram, and a lot of you didn't like them, but I do. And Hadara added her little old Shopkin from when she was younger in there. I thought that was so cute. And this is what fall looks like in my home right now. I hope it gave you some inspiration for decorating for fall in your own home. Be sure to follow me on Instagram where we can connect because my comments are disabled on my channel. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.